What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the stimulus package update, daily news, pretty much everything going on here in our country, money, investing, the stock market. Remember, new videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. I will keep you up to date with everything going on here in our country. Senators from both the Republican side and the Democratic side are asking the Biden administration to fund a program to help people pay their heating bills, a basically stimulus type program that could put money in your pocket this fall and this winter to help you pay your heating bills. Very interesting program. Basically, just could give you money to pay your heat. Check this out. 36 different senators, including Democratic Senator Jack Reed from Rhode Island and Republican Senator Susan Collins from Maine, are asking the Biden administration, to fund an existing program that will help people pay their heating bills, the Associated Press reported. The lawmakers announced on Friday that they're leading a coalition of 36 senators to urge the federal government to pay for the low-income home energy assistance program. Reed and Collins said they're making the request now because the winter is coming and energy costs are projected to increase. I actually reported to you guys, I believe it was yesterday, that winter heating costs, natural gas, and depending on what type of gas you use or what type of heating you use this winter, are expected to jump by as much as 50% as worldwide gas increases and different type of heating costs are jumping worldwide and here in the United States by as much as 50% or even a little bit more. So be prepared for a jump this winter season. Both these senators said the federal funding is a crucial lifeline for low-income households and seniors on a fixed income. Nearly 5.3 million households across the nation have received assistance from the federal program, according to the Associated Press. Reed and Collins wrote to the Department of Health and Human Services about their request for more funding for this program, saying, quote, "This funding will help ensure that low-income families and seniors do not have to make the impossible choice between paying for heat and paying for food or medicine, especially with the sharp increases in energy prices this upcoming year coming up," Collins said in a statement. This comes as Maine was awarded more than $40 million to help nearly 33,000 households last year in 2020. Rhode Island was awarded $24 million with an additional $30.8 million through the American Rescue Plan, which was the third stimulus check package, which helped more than 26,000 households in 2020, the Associated Press reported. So I will keep an eye on this and let you know. If you guys know of any programs like this, please comment down below in the comments. The comment section won't allow any links. So please, if you know any programs, maybe like, put the wording of them or the name of the program, but don't put any links so our community will know about them. I will report on them as well as I dive more into the details of this. As always, I try to bring you these stimulus type programs that can basically pay for these, pay for your gas, pay for your internet bills, these type of programs. And as they put more funding into this program, if you can get your gas paid for, I'll let you know about them. And it looks like these type of programs have been available in the past, and they're requesting more money for this in the future. So yeah, I'll keep you up to date. It looks like they are requesting this now, so maybe you'll be able to get your gas bill funded for this, maybe for this upcoming winter. So stay tuned. And again, if you know about any programs like this going on in your state, please comment down below in the comment section. We as a community, we stick together here, so we will let our community know about them as we find out about them. Another big, very controversial issue going on right now is Senator Joe Manchin, a Democratic senator from West Virginia, his demands for the Biden child tax credit, those monthly stimulus checks or checks that are going out right now from the third stimulus check package, $250 to $300 monthly checks that are going out every single month on the 15th or around the 15th of the month. They want to extend those for multiple more years. They're going to stop at the 15th of December this year. He wants to put an income cap on them around $60,000 for a family. So that means only $30,000 for a married couple, $30,000 each for a couple of two, and a work requirement. New data is, or new information, I should say, is coming out about this, that if you're a married filing joint couple, that both people would have to be working potentially, as we're kind of learning more about his demands. So traditionally, I know that we're not kind of really in an old traditional fashion here, but his work requirement as married filing jointly kind of goes with the IRS. That if, just as an example here, we kind of go with old kind of traditional working. For example, if the father goes to work and the mom stays at home with the child, if the mom's not working and the father's working, just as an example, because the mom is not working, then the whole family would not qualify for the child tax credits because she's not working in Joe Manchin's demands here. Now, this is not set in stone here because everything is still being negotiated. But if this goes down with Joe Manchin's demands here, and potentially this goes down with the way that he's demanding it, that both, if you're married filing jointly, that they would both potentially have to be working. And let me know your thoughts on this, because if the mother, as an example, stays at home with the children, the father is working, goes to work, that would potentially exclude the family from getting the child tax credits, even though the father goes to work and supports the family. New information is coming out that if Joe Manchin gets his demands with the work requirement there on a married filing jointly couple, that because the mother, as just as this example that I'm using here, married filing jointly, they would both have to be working. And if the mom is staying home with the children, let's just say there's two children, she stays at home, watches the two children as an example, nope, that would exclude them. That would exclude them as information that's kind of coming out as people are figuring out this situation from his demands. And all this, it has to kind of go through the negotiation process. And as people are figuring this out, this is kind of coming out in the news here today, that this could potentially exclude millions and millions of families that where one of the two married couples could work. Now, of course, it could be the other way around. The father could be at home with the children, then the mom could work. Just again, I'm just kind of kicking around examples here. But in a married filing jointly couple, they would potentially both have to go to work or else not get the child tax credit payments with this new demand from Senator Joe Manchin. So let me know your thoughts on this, because these demands from Joe Manchin are starting to get crazier and crazier and crazier. And these demands from him, he's saying that he's not going to put his vote on it unless he gets his demands. Now, everything is up for negotiation. And of course, a lot of Democrats are saying, how can you put demands like this when literally 96% of the rest of the Democratic Party has completely different views than you? And a lot of Democrats are saying, Joe Manchin, you come from the poor, or the second poorest, one of the poorest states in the United States. A lot of people from your state are the people that need the help the most. And now you're starting to put restrictions on all these different things, like the child tax credits, just as one example. And these child tax credits, these monthly payments, monthly stimulus checks, whatever you want to call them, they are from the third stimulus check package, which is why a lot of people consider them stimulus checks. They're monthly checks. They stimulus. They stimulate the families. They literally help them out on a monthly basis. Now he wants to exclude millions and millions and millions of people, as well as in the last day or two, we had a lot of grandmas and grandpas that said the work requirement would exclude them. So if you're a grandma and grandpa on Social Security and you claim the children, um, Social Security does not count as a job requirement. It does not count as earned income. So all the grandma and grandpas that claim the children and they're raising the children, they would no longer get the child tax credit payments either. So millions and millions of, because remember, there's 65 million children that are getting these payments. There's millions of grandmas and grandpas. I don't know how many millions, but there's at least a million, if not probably 5 or 10 million grandmas and grandpas that are in that situation that are raising the children across the United States out of the 65 million children that would be excluded, that are on Social Security, that would no longer get those monthly payments. So Joe Manchin's demands, along with the $60,000 cap for a family, which is only $30,000 for a couple, that significantly would exclude millions and millions of people. Between all those different requirements, um, I don't know, that could potentially cut out half of all the people with all those different requirements that he's now putting in there. Let me know your thoughts on this. There's a lot of requirements coming from just one person. These demands are coming from not a single other Democrat. Remember, there's 50 Democrats in the Senate. There's 220 Democrats in the House. So out of 270 Democrats, we have one Democrat making these demands out of 270. Do you think that this is fair for one Democrat to kind of demand this over the entire party? But in a way, they need his vote to make this happen. Now, he did just have a big meeting with Senator Bernie Sanders, Kirsten Sinema, or I'm sorry, with Pramila Jayapal, leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus, and Senator Bernie Sanders yesterday. Was it yesterday or the night before? Within the last 36 hours, where they had, from what they came out, they said they had a lot of progress, but Joe Manchin seems to be very, very stubborn. You know, he literally wants to take food out of millions of children's mouths. So it's just such a it's tough because Joe Manchin's worth over $8 million. His daughter's worth millions and millions of dollars. He doesn't have the same type of problems that people that are struggling to put food on the table have. He doesn't have the same type of problems that a mom or dad with multiple different children just trying to put food on the table, just trying to put a roof over their head, a grandma or grandpa that's trying to raise multiple children, for their grandchildren, that's raising them, for mom or dad that's trying to struggle with paying the bills, right? Joe Manchin's not dealing with the same type of deal, right? You know, people that are struggling on Social Security payments or SSI payments, SSDI payments, people that are living on $800 a month, Joe Manchin's not dealing with those same problems, right? Joe Manchin's net worth is $8 million. So Joe Manchin just doesn't, he's not looking at the same reality, right? So for Joe Manchin to say, I don't care about taking away, $250 to $300 per month away from tens of millions of children. It's literally what he's saying, right? He's just not in the same reality as everybody else, right? And don't forget that Joe Manchin's, in the pockets of like all these pharmaceutical companies and coal companies and natural gas companies. And it's just like, he's just not in the same. And, that's the problem with Congress. And whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, and in all fairness, I mean, there's not a single Republican that's going to vote for this stimulus package either. So, I mean, both sides have their own problems, right? But to get this package passed and to get everything all the good in this package passed, you have to get all the Democrats to agree because not a single Republican is going to vote for this package, right? So to get everything passed, you have to get everybody to agree on the Democratic side. So therein lies the rub. How do you get people like Joe Manchin and maybe Kirsten Sinema, who really doesn't seem half as bad as Joe Manchin? If anything, she's kind of quiet about her demands. She really doesn't say a lot. She just kind of says, I don't really want to support a $3.5 trillion package, which really it's not $3.5 trillion anymore. If anything, it's going to be $2 to $2.5 trillion. And if anything, we've really seen the White House say that they think she's going to come around. The Arizona governor thinks she's going to come around. If anything, I don't really think Kirsten Sinema is going to be that big of a deal anymore, especially because the package isn't $3.5 trillion anymore. So really, it's kind of Joe Manchin. And then the other issues we have are the kind of fine details of the package, the prescription drug pricing. That's going to kind of be an issue because we have some other moderate Democrats from the House. The pharmaceutical industry is going to be a hard issue to deal with because, like I said, the pharmaceutical industry that's like dealing with a whole set of Joe Manchins, right? You have to deal with the pharmaceutical industry is just going to be a tough opponent to beat because you also got the health insurance industry, the dental industry, the all those industries, right? They don't want to see the Medicare passed. They don't want to see the dental insurance passed. They don't want to see seniors get all this coverage, right? It's as sad as that is to say, because they're going to lose billions and billions of dollars. And it's really a good thing for seniors. It's really a good thing to see seniors get hearing coverage, dental coverage, denture coverage, hearing aid coverage, vision coverage, and be able to get prescription eyeglasses, be able to go to the dentist and get it covered by Medicare, get the Medicare eligibility age down to age 60, get all these things covered, right? But the problem is that all those industries are going to potentially lose money. And heaven forbid, instead of them making $80 billion a year, they make $75 billion a year. Heaven forbid, right? And heaven forbid that seniors get hearing aid coverage and they get prescription eyeglass coverage and they get all these coverages that people need to survive. And heaven forbid that prescription drugs we actually get to have them for a decent living cost, right? And heaven forbid we just get them for the same price that other countries pay. And it's just like, honestly, the American consumer is being gouged. It's literally being gouged. And it's really unfair when you see, and I'll just use Bernie Sanders' example. When you see this, that it costs one vial of insulin, when it costs $6 to manufacture a vial of insulin, and they're selling it to these other countries, the United Kingdom, Canada, for $7 to $12 a vial, and they're selling it to the United States for $98 a vial. And Bernie Sanders says right here, the American people should not be forced to pay the highest prices on the planet for prescription drugs. And he's kind of right, because we're forced to pay this. What choice do you have? But when a pharmaceutical company says, well, you want insulin? It's $98, or it's $200, or it's $400. What choice do you have? You really don't have another choice if you need it. And that's just one. But the thing is you could go across the border, just as an example, and it's $12. Or you could go to Australia and it's $7. You can go to the United Kingdom and it's $7 for the exact same prescription from the exact same company. And guess what? They're still making billions of dollars over there. So if they're still making billions of dollars over there, why is it okay for them to do that and still make billions of dollars, but then to sell it for 10 times or 20 times more to the US? It's really just sad. And at some point, something's got to give. I mean, people's lives are at stake here. People's lives are at stake. And this is just one of the things they want to get done in this stimulus package that would save people money month after month after month, millions and millions of people, and it's such a tough battle to win. It's not just something that like, hey, we can just snap a finger and it's done. It's just literally it's a tough battle to win. It's like Rocky Balboa. My picture of Rocky over here. It's just like if you ever watched Rocky 4 with Rocky versus the Russian. If you've watched that movie, it's one of my favorite movies. It's like that battle. He's gotta go to war and go to Russia and train like you've never trained before. It's like Bernie Sanders, right? That's the that's the war that Bernie Sanders is going through right now, just with the prescription drugs. With the That's just that one battle is just for that prescription drugs is what the battle he's trying to win there. That's just one piece of this puzzle. Yeah, like when we look at all the things they're trying to do in this stimulus package, I mean, lower prescription drug prices, these are in no particular order, but that's just number 18th on the list. Look at all the things on this list. And we still have so many different groups pushing to add a fourth stimulus check in there for adults, in addition to the monthly checks for children, the child tax credits. So we really still have multiple different advocacy groups. We have the Social Security, the Seniors Coalition pushing to add a fourth stimulus check in there as well. We have the Change.org petition, which is almost 3 million signatures, pushing to add a fourth stimulus check in there for adults as well, $2,000. We have over 80 different members of Congress that have said that there should be a fourth stimulus check in there as well. For adults. So, I mean, there is still really a lot of support for a fourth stimulus check. And really the question is that how much is the package going to be? How much room is there going to be for all this stuff? And what can they fit in the package at the end of the day? What can they fit in the package at the end of the day? And that's going to be the biggest thing here. And really, I think there's going to be a lot of different things in this package that could save people money, like the prescription drug prices, if they can get it done. I think that's going to be a large battle if they can get it done. But that alone could save people hundreds of dollars per year, maybe even thousands of dollars per year, depending on how much you pay. It's a stimulus type item, it's a stimulus program that literally could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. It's just one of the items on here. We talk about all these different things like the internet assistance program. People are saving $50 a month on that. Paid family and medical leave, the adult tax credit that's expected to be in here. We really don't know a lot about it until we get more details on the package. Social Security raise, we just had the 5.9% increase that was just announced. That is going to put some money in some people's pockets, anywhere from like $30 a month to $100 a month. That'll at least give some people some relief. I just did a very good video on that. But hey, every little bit counts. An extra $30 a month to $100 a month, depending on how much you get on Social Security, every little bit adds up. The child tax credits are helping out 65 million children. Hopefully, we can get an adult tax credit in this next package as well. We just got the SNAP increase for over 40 million people as well, 25% increase. That's a permanent increase. That's going to go every single month, permanently, every single month in perpetuity, like forever. So that's for over 40 million people. The pause on student loans, that's for another 40, I think it's 42 million people. That's going to go until January 31st. We've had $15 billion in student loans forgiven, mostly for people with disabilities, people that had their schools close on them or their schools defraud them. And we're expecting $10,000 or more of student loan forgiveness for possibly everybody with student loans sometime in the near future. President Biden has said he is willing to do $10,000 or more of student loan forgiveness, but I think he's going to do it after this package passes so that he doesn't mess the package up, because I don't think he wants to, do it before Joe Manchin passes the package, if you know what I'm saying. I think after that, we also could see other types of debt forgiveness for basically everybody else who didn't get the student loan forgiveness. I think we could see them do debt forgiveness for everybody else for other types of debt forgiveness, like credit card debt forgiveness, medical debt forgiveness, tax forgiveness, mortgage debt forgiveness. Those are other types of debt forgiveness we could see as well for people who didn't get the student loan forgiveness as well. I think we're going to see a big push for that as well in the future. So let me know your thoughts on this. I'll keep you up to date on all this, as well as the home heating stimulus program that they're going to try to fund for this winter or this fall as well. That's a past program that they have done as well. Millions and millions of dollars available there. I'll keep you up to date on that as well as they go to fund it again. So make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. You can also click the bell icon that appears after you subscribe to get notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos. Remember, subscribing is completely free to do so. Just have to literally click subscribe, and so you don't miss out on new videos. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will keep you up to date with everything going on here in our country. You can click here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video is how there's a big Social Security raise that was just announced. So click on this video or one of these videos to watch that next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.